up, people? Can you go back to the
Is it loaded?
Yeah.
Think a lot like you. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Oh no! Oh.
Can you turn that off? Because we can't be watching TV while we.
Yeah, I got it.
This one. It's the first one. Happy Sunday. We're gonna wait a couple more minutes. I don't know who's on. Let me go on the chat myself.
I think I look at myself sometimes. I look like I'm up to something. There's just some people that look like they're up to something. A lot of times.
Boy, leave me alone.
You know what? You say that a whole lot.
And you never do it.
I'm starting to believe
There are
it.
two people on right now.
I'm starting to believe it.
Hey, Zon. She's like, I made one. Hey, Zombie girl.
Hey, Zombie girl. No, that's one question.
What's your question, baby?
I said that it's something you've been saying that leave me alone. You always say leave me alone. Yeah, I'm starting to think you mean that. You want me to leave you alone?
Is this a conversation you want to have right now? Because I don't think you want to have this conversation right now.
Why are you yelling?
I'm not yelling. I'm just accenting my voice.
Anytime you get this little anxiety thing, you just like you get real. It's a sight to see. But I don't know if we'll deal with it now. It took me like 9 years to understand that mess. But my eyes getting better. Is that way? Well, I said a long time been missing you. Okay.
Yeah, because Zombie ain't been on in ever. Like I think she came on the first two, and they ain't been on since then.
She been in Bible study.
I don't know about all that.
So I've been in Bible study, man. You know.
Been missing you too, little mama. We gonna wait a little bit because people keep telling me to wait. So give me a second. Sharita just said, "How do I get in?"
You know what?
It's.
Are we sure we on top of chat? Sure.
Hey, Didi girl.
Why everybody else saying hey to you? Nobody talks to me.
Because these are not your people. These are my people.
I have to think about it. Nobody's on here. Like, I don't really know everybody.
See, Fee's in. Everybody's in.
What's the next
I don't know. Yeah, I'm in chocolate chip. Okay, baby, we can start because I'll figure out what Sharita is.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. Glad to see you guys are back. We're gonna do a couple subjects today. Introducing the lovely Yvette. Beautiful, talented.
Don't do that.
Beautiful, talented.
Annoyed. He always do that. I don't like that. I don't like attention like that.
Don't show your face there. I'm sure. Chocolate, amazing.
Okay, can we do the first?
Beautiful.
Can we do the first?
And me, Horace, just the regular simple guy, you know. Deep thinker.
A-hole.
Lover of this beautiful. Did I say lover? Oh,
yeah, that's what you said.
I mean, not lover. I mean,
no, that's what you meant.
I mean,
because that's where your mind goes.
No, not lover. No. I didn't mean lover. I mean like the loved one.
Let's look at you stuttering. Just can we start the?
All right.
Go to the.
All right, everyone. Come on.
Boy.
Join into our conversation. First conversation we're gonna have. I was talking to an associate of mine a couple of days ago, well, about a week ago, and I was telling her that she's trying to date again, and I was telling her you shouldn't date just one person because what happens is that you get so tied down to this one person, you're just strictly dating. And my baby always said this, which I find it amusing, when she said when guys date, they actually fucking. when women date, they actually dating, being courted. You said that, but you said that it was like, oh, you're not dating.
I said that's the definition of dating.
Correct, but the guys see that the dating definition different than women. Maybe some women
Right.
Definitely dating.
Right.
So I was telling her, I was like, she got, she was dating this, she just dated this guy, had a really good time, or whatever. And I was telling her, I was like, hey man, don't date just one guy. Date about 3 guys, because all of them are courting you at the moment, and you can make a better decision rather than you get tied up in the one, and then the person does something, and now damn it, you got to start all over again from square one, dating again. And I know that gets very frustrating for some women, where it's like, the guy does something, or he just drops the ball, and now you're like, damn, I wasted all my time dating this guy, and now I got to start dating again. So
the recommendation is for a woman to date more than one.
Yes, absolutely. I think so.
What about men?
Nah. Yeah, like you said, we just.
It doesn't make any sense. You want a woman to date multiple people so that in the event that something happens, she basically got a fallback. But you don't want the men to date multiple people?
Because our dating is a little different. Our dating, we're trying to hit.
Right. So men should only try to hit one woman?
I don't think that's because, okay, when you're just hitting that different women now, that woman might feel like, okay.
Oh, they said speak up, stop whispering. Hold on.
Whispering?
Apparently they can't hear us.
That's at the bottom. That turns to speak up?
Of course it does.
Oh, I didn't know that. What I was saying that
Is the sound better now?
Let me see who said that. Tamika, is the sound better now? Because she said stop whispering. He's just trying to talk sexy, child.
I'm not with please. Try to talk sexy if you can.
Baby, so my question is, you don't think men should date more than one person?
No, because like I said, our definition of dating is trying to hit. So if you're hitting different women, then you come off like being a whore. Because
you gonna put it on Facebook? All the women just scroll?
no, but what about the women that think that they're sharing their body with this guy that they're dating, and they think they're actually having somewhat of a relationship?
So there should be a conversation. There should be how difficult is it to say who else you're sleeping with?
Say it again?
How difficult is it to say how many other people you're sleeping with?
And once the man said that, okay, I'm sleeping with somebody else, she don't want no parts of it.
Child, what women you talking about?
Oh my goodness. You think I'm just making this up, baby?
Okay, you know what? Because I've been a woman all my goddamn female adult life. You kill me how you try to tell me how women think. I'm telling you,
baby,
I know for a fact there are women out there so I know for a fact, and I'm gonna speak from a direct experience I know about, and y'all chime in if y'all know anybody who this might apply to. She knows he's hollering at somebody else. She knows he's sleeping with somebody else, but she gonna keep sleeping with him because she gonna win him. She gonna be the one that comes out victorious. She's not gonna walk away from that brother because he said he's sleeping with somebody else. I mean, the reality is, if we ain't in a relationship, everybody probably sleeping with somebody else. Y'all, please chime in, because this man swear he knows every effing thing, and it gets on my last nerve. This man swear he knows every freaking thing,
baby,
and he doesn't, honey. And he tells me about women. Nigga, dude, I'm a woman.
Okay, honey.
You can't tell me about women.
All I'm saying is that situation that you're talking about, that situation that you're talking about, that does happen. Yes. Okay. That's when the woman is basically in control of the situation, where it's like, yeah, I'll choose.
I know what you said. Girl.
I'll choose who I want to. Okay, like, this guy is dating, sleeping with other women. Okay, I choose to probably give him some if I want to. I'm speaking about the other women that actually looking for like, man, I'm really into this guy, and the guy actually come out and say that, yeah, I'm sleeping with other women. That turns her off. That woman is like, okay, I'm not interested because I'm not looking for that. I'm like, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that there is no woman that does that. Of course there is.
But don't you think relationships evolve? In other words, our relationship, case and flip a point. Our relationship evolved.
Started off. It didn't start off no fucking.
Why you gotta say all crass? I know it didn't, but don't touch me. Don't touch me. Listen, the point baby, shut up.
Jamaican syrup.
The point I'm making is simply because the relationship starts off as, a sexual thing does not mean it can't evolve into more.
Never said that.
So why would she just walk away? Instead of perhaps walking away, isn't a better alternative to say to him, look, I ain't really into that, but I want to get to know you?
That is let me tell you why that's a bad move. Because now that guy knows that he don't have to try as hard even to get her because she's sticking around. Bad move.
So then that means that all women should walk away, even those who
Yes.
but that doesn't happen. And if I walk away, then the chances that a relationship evolving, if I walk away, are zero.
Okay, but
That is nonsensical.
Remember a long time ago I told you, well, it was I wanted to create this land called Pleasant Land, where if women just start actually putting their foot down and start giving these guys choices to just be willy-nilly, hence, oh, well, that's not what I'm looking for, but I just want to get to know you while you fucking other women, that same woman is going to get ran through by that dude because you're showing vulnerability. Okay? If you actually put your foot down and say, okay, that's what you want to do, fine, I'm stepping away. I know my worth. You're basically not showing your worth by actually going, I'm not saying that you're taking your power away, because you might say that, okay, she's showing that she's powerful by saying, yeah, go and do your little thing, when you're done, I'm here. But some guys can take the word, okay, yeah, I got her in the back burner while I really do my thing and sow my wild oats. But at the same time, feelings get involved, where it's like, man, this guy's a dead dude, but he's still messing with other chicks. Like, but I know my worth. You don't want to be in that situation as some women. You don't want to be like, because you can get taken advantage of. And that shit happens sometimes. So
then the answer is, you like a dude, he's honest and tells you that he's sleeping with other people, which is crazy to me, because why would he not tell you? I mean, when you met the dude, of course he's sleeping with other people. How would he not? But you like the dude, he's sleeping with other people, he's honest and he tells you he's sleeping with other people, but because he's sleeping with other people and he was honest, you leave, you walk away.
Yes.
Can you turn the air on?
The air gets hot because, the pressure cooker.
Nigga, I ain't no pressure cooker. That wasn't my issue.
That's what it is.
That wasn't my issue.
Yeah, I know it ain't your issue. Because the thing about it, you feel as long as that you're in charge of what you want to do, like, yeah, I get the pussy. Oh, yeah, I'll let him take me out. You feel like you're winning. But the guys, because guys really all they care about is, I'm getting something to ask, or some of the action as far as just actually going out with you is just like, well, yeah, I'm still have this other chick I bust, but yeah, I can take you out to the movie. There's no big deal. He still feels like he's winning.
Okay.
That's how we see it.
Why can't she feel like she's winning as well?
That's fine. But guess what? There's some other dude that she'll choose to give some on the other end that she's not really seeing also that she might be actually dating too. So, like I said, as long as you're keeping the power of who you choose to give it to, you as the woman feel like you're winning too.
Why are you talking about, okay, so I guess you making it seem as though dating means sex for everybody.
No, I didn't,
who she chooses
I
to
didn't
give it
say
to.
that.
Well, what's the it we talking about? We talking about coochie? We talking about time? What's the it? We talking about who she chooses to give it to.
We're doing both things. We're talking about the fact that if you choose to actually date, like people that's actually dating and not being just like doing how you say man just date because they trying to just fuck or whatever, dating different women, and women that's really just trying to date, that's going like Match.com and just really just want to date to see what's out there, because they might look at the time is wasting, or they might be like, damn, I can't find anybody because I'm a good catch or whatever, but it's just so many guys that are the wrong guy to approach me. Let me go to a website and actually date. Just see what's out there.
And you don't think men do the same thing?
Absolutely, men do the same thing. But what I'm saying is that if you come off and do the honest, saying the honest thing and saying that, yeah, I am seeing other people, women physically, some guys would be not want to give that information, not to lose this potential opportunity.
So okay, we get that. Men lie. So you're saying, I'm not saying, I know women lie.
You lied to me.
I have lied to you.
I know.
And you've lied to me repeatedly.
Probably twice.
You damn lie.
I probably lied twice.
Damn lie. Boy, that's not the
I lied to you probably like, I lied to you about 13% more time than you lied to me.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Because first of all, that's a lie in and of itself.
Yeah, you can't beat me now. Everybody watching.
Anyway, so I disagree with what Har said. I don't think that you should necessarily leave or stop talking to the dude because he says that he's seeing somebody else. I disagree. Oh, wait, Didi says that it's
what?
Didi says she can't see it anymore.
See what?
The chat.
Are we on still?
I think so. Didi, I don't know. I'm looking. It says we're still on. We seem to be having some technical difficulties somehow. I don't know what's going on because I just got a message that says that the
Tamika say much better. Okay.
that's long. Maybe that's a long time. Let's stop talking.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. This is your day. You're in a place today. Go ahead.
I ain't no place, but you 10 minutes behind.
Okay, baby.
Talk about your old silly spontaneity going wrong. So Harris has a thing about being spontaneous.
Hold on, I'm just saying, is this thing working?
Yeah, it's on.
Didi back?
Didi, let us know if you.
Didi got Comcast?
Didi, let us know if you. Yeah, it's on. These people. Can y'all throw up push the button or something? Let us know because we can't tell. We believe that you guys are still on, and I'm looking at it indicating that you guys are on, but you may not be. So if you can push any of like the little emoji buttons, the laugh, the thumbs up, something to let us know y'all on. Anyway, Harris has a thing about being spontaneous.
Nothing wrong with that, right?
So Harris has a thing about being spontaneous, and he likes to add something different with respect to when you're being physical, right? That ain't always the thing to do. And so you want to tell people what you did.
Well,
and the reason that we're bringing this up is to show you that there needs to be a limit, and you need to be able to control yourself when you are. You hot? Cause you just sweat.
I'm nervous.
Okay. Shamika say she got Xfinity. Shamika say stop hating. I got Xfinity too. He tripping. He only say that because he works for AT&T. We all know that. That's some garbage, but it pays bills. So go ahead, baby, about your spontaneity.
Well, a couple of weeks.
Well, explain about the spontaneity. Why spontaneity is important to you first, or to men, or
I think us being spontaneous within your partner is a comfort level, and sometimes you can be comfortable with somebody like right off rip too. Like the first time you guys actually want to be physical together, you can just feel the flow. But sometimes some people might misread the flow and just do something, bite the breast too hard, and then nigga, like that's wrong with this nigga, So you gotta know how to judge certain things. So about a week ago,
you gotta know how to judge certain things.
Yeah, you gotta know. You just can't be just going, just gotta know how to judge. You gotta know how to read the body language, like
you did.
Well, okay, this is what happened, right? I'm not gonna get too deep into detail, but me and the boo, she couldn't help herself,
Don't do that.
She was all up on the kid.
Don't do that.
That's not what happened. She was all up on me.
Go ahead, baby.
Exactly, like I said, she was all up on the kid.
Honey, tell the story so I can get to the point. You're so extra, dog.
I'm trying to just get it out.
So episodic.
I'm trying to get it out. Like I said, she was all up on the kid, my glory. And I got all, into the situation. And
the Negro hit me with pots, dog.
It wasn't a pot. It was a pot.
That Negro hit me with a pot.
It wasn't a teapot. It was like
a cooking pot.
It was a salsa.
First of all, I don't know about y'all. I don't roll like that. First of all, secondly, it hurt.
I didn't know it hurt.
And who the hell hit somebody with a pot? Where is the sensuality? Where is anything that's gonna make her or you enjoy the activity more with a pot?
Baby, I didn't hit you. Why
you hit me with a pot?
It's not like I hit you in the back. I hit you on the soft.
You hit me on my thigh, on both sides of my thigh, with a pot.
I didn't know. I didn't.
You what?
I didn't know.
See, that's when spontaneity go wrong. And the only reason that I didn't punch him in his face was because I'm like, he ain't mean to hurt me. But if he had done it more than that one time, well, the two times he hit me. If he had done it more than that one time, it'd have been a problem. But he didn't. Thank you. I don't know if the angel or somebody stopped him because that was just. Who does that?
I'm sorry, man.
The reason that's important to talk about, you should have. Because I bruised.
Yeah, because you bruised. I didn't know you was limping. I didn't know.
I was not limping.
You said
I didn't say I was limping. You're such an
a-hole. I was limping. I thought I was me. I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Limping.
So why do men
that means you put in some work, man.
That means you hurt her. That's asinine.
No, hurt good. It's a good hurt. You know about a good hurt.
If she's limping, or if she's
if she never say,
hurting
oh
the
Lord,
next day,
if she say, oh Lord, oh my God, nah, I'm concerned, but she's like, oh Lord, good.
yeah.
You know?
So, oh my, men and their egos. Like, I don't know why men think
what's wrong with that woman?
that.
When she make her man feel a certain way, that's ego too. Why
Why are we talking about? I'm talking specifically about what you said and men and their egos. I don't know why men think that it's okay. Like,
look at
I did this to her.
Look at
I
Didi
did
with the
that to
eyes.
her.
Look at Didi with the eyes.
I don't remember because of what.
What?
Do you want to stop or keep going?
Oh,
Man,
no.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, had it not been for the fact that I know this man and I know that he has this thing about like keeping things fresh.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nothing fresh about him. Don't you ever in your life, dog, hit me with a pot. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn how. I don't give a damn what we doing. Don't you ever in your life pick up a effing pot.
Baby.
We clearly were in the kitchen, right?
Baby, who?
Fine. This Negro, oh wait, so this Negro hit me with a pot. And I was just like,
But
that?
you didn't even know it was a pot.
I knew it hurt and I heard the sound.
That's all you
I
know?
just thought it was a pot or a cup or a spoon. I didn't know what it was.
You didn't know what it was, but God, I know you kind of went.
Yes,
I was like,
we were having sex in the kitchen. And well, it didn't start off in the kitchen. But again, this nigga like to travel. Anyway,
American Express. I won't be wrong without it. But like I said, man, nobody want to eat cookies every day. You gotta mix it up, man.
yeah, but when you start hitting somebody with a pot, that ain't the damn cookies.
I won't do that again, man.
Oh, I know you won't.
I felt bad afterwards. When
No, you didn't feel bad afterwards. You didn't feel bad.
The
I
team
told
me,
you.
yeah, 'cause I didn't know
I
I
was
hurt you.
bruised.
No, I didn't know I
My
hurt you.
skin, you know how you get a bruise and your skin start prickling,
Man.
and you're like, damn, that hurt.
I'm sorry, man. I think because
And for me, it ain't do nothing for me. What the heck? What were you? Tell me what you thought was gonna happen.
Remember I was telling you about that whole thing with the mind when you do something with your partner do something and they're like, this nigga crazy, So it's kind of like I'm gonna get crazy too, So it's like you both crazy,
No.
and the sex just get
So
on
you
another level.
think that by hitting me with a pot, that's gonna take our sex to another level?
If I had tapped you with a pot, if I had just like pop, but it was feeling so good. I'm like, God, motherfucker.
Stop. The hell is wrong with you? Stop.
I'm sorry, baby, but that's what I'm saying is this.
Oh yeah. So shut up, baby. And so like someone has given me an example of how they were being intimate. I'm laughing because what she told me was hilarious. They were being intimate, and their dude like hauled off and slapped them.
So what up? You slapped her?
He slapped her. And she was about to, fight. First of all, I don't know, like, look, brothers, I don't really know what y'all find titillating or sexually, like, exciting, but like, that whole slapping and punching and whatever, stop it. Or at least have the conversation, right, about, what you like. Because if I did X, how are you going to feel? Because let me tell you something. That can take a relationship south, right? Because if you do something, if we're intimate and you slap me, we got I'm done. Like, we got to move some furniture.
Oh.
And
Are you talking about open hand or closed hand?
Closed hand ain't a slap. Closed hand is a hit.
Oh, there's a box. Jamaica was
What difference does it make?
He
He hit her. He slapped her in her face. I think in her face, if I'm not mistaken, and she was about to fight him.
So this is big slap.
Yeah, because you know what? So I think let me ask. That brings a good question up. Is there something? And no matter what you say, I'm not gonna hold it against you. So you feel free to answer completely honestly. Is there something that men feel? Is there like a pimp hole kind of?
Never with me, no. I don't know as far as other men, no.
Well, hell, any other time you're speaking on behalf of the universe, but now you don't
No.
know. Now you don't know.
I don't think so at all.
Okay,
I don't think
so what is it that Where is the?
It's a dominance thing.
Okay,
Like the chosen.
is pimp hold not dominance?
I guess so,
Okay, so
but
maybe
I
I
don't
shouldn't
think.
say pimp hold.
Yeah.
So there's a dominant thing that men have that is the catalyst for you doing certain things, like the catalyst for the manhandling and the catalyst
Yeah.
for the.
It's the same concept, like, you know, like when a woman rides you, they're trying to show dominance, they're like, throw it back his head, like, nigga, huh? Or they just riding you, like, yeah, right. Oh, so that said you not coming, like, yeah, motherfucker. And so, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you trying to show dominance, like, yeah, I can take you, I can handle you, it's, you know. But some people just, you got some men that probably don't want to show dominance, want to hold and.
Nah, Tamika, he ain't climaxing about the power. His hand, the nigga lost his damn mind. We do need a safe word, but by the time we got a safe word, but by the time I realized I needed a safe word, the nigga didn't hit me twice.
What was that plan?
Baby, shut up. You have to what, really?
I forgot.
You better not forget. Anyway, so how do you have a conversation about that?
We had the conversation.
But we had the conversation after the fact. Because I never thought that you hit me with a pot, dog. And I don't think the person I'm talking about thought that nigga was going to slap her. Like, who thinks? Because I think y'all so busy trying to be.
I want to.
You got a problem with the slap, but you got a problem with the pot.
No. The thing about it is that the slap is like, okay, like when
This nigga finna start talking about when he do something.
Oh, shit. Hypothetically, if you do something to your mate where it's like.
When there's a slight choke, it's not slapping.
No, correct. No, I'm saying, like, you know, applying some pressure. You know, you're being cautious, but now you just going.
Y'all stop laughing at him.
No. Like, you know, that's a hold on.
Put my pillow back.
No, let's check this in criminal record because you putting a lot of emphasis. Like, you trying to really hurt me there. So.
Wait, Joe Sensei. Joe Sensei, we were horse playing and he hit me on my thigh, so I punched his ass and told him that this sister don't play those kind of games. You know we broke up because he had issues.
See, that's what I'm saying. He probably like, I told you. Hold on, nigga, like, shit, the dick don't feel good no more. You break it all the time. But that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. So you possibly can interpret like what happened, what I did, but since you know me, like, man, this nigga done lost his mind, cause you know me. So you like,
yeah, I know you.
You know what I'm saying? If it was like the first couple times we got, I'm hitting you with
we
pop.
got a safe word, Tamika.
You know what I'm saying? If it was the first couple times we ever said, we don't know each other. And I'm
Man, if the first time we had sex, well, you did the fight. But if you had done
maybe.
What?
You gotta say that.
But my point is, you ain't what? Oh, now you shamed?
No, I'm not
I
saying.
just tried to light my feet on fire. Now you shamed.
It wasn't your fault. Where you get this?
It was her
You
fault.
always
Okay.
said it was your feet.
I didn't know what it was.
Baby, you
okay,
know-
stop talking. Stop talking. We don't talk about that. Anyway, the point is, how do you have that conversation? Because how do you even know? Like, okay, so if things are just being spontaneous, you like her, she like you, y'all ain't did nothing yet, but y'all about to engage. How do you even know? When do you have that conversation?
You shouldn't have the conversation because by having the conversation, you take away from the being erotic about it. Being
You can't be
surprised.
erotic with knowledge?
Let me ask you a question.
What about like to be hit?
Can I ask you a question?
No.
Remember, let's hear me out.
I'm
The
listening.
things that I do to you in the past and the present, do we ever talk about it? Percentage-wise, probably like 5%. And then you'll tell me like, baby, you did that thing, like, you know. It's because if you talk about it, it takes away the anticipation.
You know, first of all, well, see, but you got to understand, we don't. For example, if they had a conversation, she didn't like to be slapped. Perhaps that would have salvaged their relationship. If they had a conversation that she didn't like to be, that she didn't like the way they were horse playing, that may have salvaged the relationship. I'm not saying you sit down and you say, listen, I need you to do A, B, and C. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if it's something, there should be a conversation about, you know, what's your idea of wild sex, or what's your idea of no holds barred sex? And he started talking about whips and chains and shit. There's a conversation to be had, because look here, bro.
I somewhat agree with you. The only problem with that is that when you talk about sex, now you set an expectation in your mind that, oh man, this guy's gonna blow my mind, or this girl's gonna blow my mind, because y'all gonna talk. And then when
talk, baby, there's a conversation though.
Okay, well,
just like with everything else, right? Don't you preach that?
I understand, but I think okay, like say he's sucking on her, right? And he's like,
What kind of sucking? We talking
So-
oral sex?
Oral
We
sex.
talking
Yeah,
like
oral sex.
sucking necks? And stuff?
Oral sex, right? He had an oral sex with her, and he looking on the little, you know.
Don't you never describe? We
Oh.
know everybody on here know what the hell oral sex is.
No. I'm giving you an example. Like,
Don't give too much of an example, Horace.
Okay, let's hear me out. In my lip on, you know, the little spot. But that's not her spot. That is different. That's a conversation to be had.
Right.
You know, hey James, you know, when you was looking on that little bottom half, I go a little bit to the top.
Well, why would you wait to have that conversation? Why would you have that
Because
conversation?
it ruined the mood. It ruined the mood at that moment. Yes, it does. It ruined the mood at that moment. Because next time, now you have,
should she
now you
move
have the
his, so then
database.
should she move his head?
Well, if you move his head,
Nigga, no, right?
oh, shit. I mean, you can do that, but some people don't know how to follow instructions, man. They really don't, and some people are not capable too. So you gotta see. This is real. It's not such a. It's not an easy answer, easy thing, unless you have people that want to participate and actually want to get better. Because some people think they're really just good and they're not that good. You're like, oh yeah.
Well, let me. So, and that leads to another question. I want to make this normal, right? I want to make it normal to where if we're having, if we're engaged with someone, I want us to make someone's called a vagina. I want to make it normal because he's talking about that little spot. Anyway, I want to make it normal that we are honest about what worked and what didn't work, right? Because there's so many brothers, and I oh my gosh, there's so many brothers that think they're God's gift, right? And they, you know. They don't necessarily say that they're God's gift, but they imply that they know how to please anybody. And then y'all engage and he's some slap garbage. Can we normalize being honest? Can we normalize when he says, how was it? Can we normalize saying, I didn't enjoy it?
I think that's a good thing.
Maybe we should have done this, or perhaps next time we should do. I want us to normalize being honest about sexual satisfaction, because what happens is we give the illusion to that person, male or female, you know what I'm saying? And so they end up, like Horace just said, where they think that God's gift in bed and they slap God. Now, granted, everybody's different.
Yeah.
But, hey, John, granted, everybody's different, but I think that we try not to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
And so we're not honest about the fact that I didn't enjoy it. We're not honest about the fact. And at the end of the day, if we're going to be engaging with this, and now if you're not going to ever do it again, then that's up to you. But for me, I'm not even going to wait till you ask me. If I didn't enjoy it, I'm going to be like, I didn't really enjoy that.
I think that's the best thing to do, man. Because it takes the pressure off of you from not hurting the person. But don't ask me that, because I got an answer ready for you.
So you're not, but you wouldn't say.
Remember I told you about that? I told you? Well, I was like, hey man, not you.
What happened? Remember I told you?
I told this girl one time, she was like, oh yeah, I was like, nah, wasn't good. Wasn't good.
Yeah, but don't be mean.
I'm not mean.
You have a tendency to be very hurt.
She asked me, and I said, no, it wasn't good.
Did you say it like you just said it to me?
Yes, I said, no, it wasn't good. She's like, excuse me? She got offended.
Of course she got offended, because all the fellas before her made it seem like she was, ambrosia to the gods.
No, it wasn't good. And that helped her. Because,
helped her how?
Because now she's like, damn, niggas been lying to me all this time. Like,
but,
remember I told you about the girl told me I was garbage?
I don't remember you. I remember you saying that, I just don't remember.
I came home and I think I cried. I went to sleep. I'm the man. It's like, no, she's like, nah, it wasn't all that. I was like, damn.
But I think we should normalize being honest. I think we tend to, like I said, not want to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
And so we're not honest about the fact, and maybe you shouldn't say garbage, like that's hard. That's a harsh thing.
But she didn't say garbage, she said no.
I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, she said no.
I get that. I mean, and I think we should normalize that. And I think that.
Hey, how about with your partner? You definitely should tell them.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of that's going on. A lot of that's going on, man. When you're in a relationship, and man, the sex is not good no more, but man. Hey,
but was it ever good? See, because a lot of people make excuses, right?
I agree.
He's a good provider. So the fact that he is a two in bed don't matter. It does though.
It does, man.
Because unless you never had somebody else, you know that it's something better than a two.
Yeah.
And so that door opens, and we have a thing about, and I tell him all the time. Well, we talk about doors.
I know you won't say it.
What, baby?
I never want you to experience something with someone else that.
Don't be saying it like you have. So I have this thing, right? And I truly believe, and I heard this, or it made me think about it. It's a song that Beyonce and Mary J. Blige have. But I have this thing that if you're in a relationship with someone, I don't think that it's somebody you really care about. I don't think that the person you're with should have less experiences than the person you've been with before. So in other words, I say to him, and I guess because you were saying it like a robot, that you get it now. I'm like, there should be another woman on the planet who's experienced something with you, a benefit that brings joy, that brings pleasure that I haven't experienced. So if you done wrap the trick up and put her on the chandelier and all that, then we need to do something, because she shouldn't have more of you or have experienced more from you than I have, especially as someone who you claim you want to be with.
I agree.
Do you?
I agree.
Because at first you
But-
used to roll your eyes when I used to say that.
No, but I thought it was pretty humbling.
What was humbling when the girl said you was
No, what you're saying, because it's like, that means a lot to me. You wanna be share a better experience and more experience with another man that you love.
Why you talking like
I'm
that?
sorry, dog. It meant a lot to me, man. Shit, you open up a can of words, I got that. Let's do it all. Boy, we got plenty of time. Plenty.
Okay,
All
so
right.
what's the last one?
All right,
Because you taking it somewhere. Oh, so what was the one that the person
Submitted?
yeah. No, the one from the wall. We put it on the thing
Ooh.
that you were supposed to write down. Clearly he
I
did
think
not.
I did. The importance of understanding a mate's upbringing.
Yes. Okay, so it's a lot of things I think we don't talk about, right? When we meet someone, I think it's very important to talk about how they were raised. Meaning, was it a two-parent home? Was it divorce? Did you know your daddy? How does your mom treat you? How do you deal with conflict? Because just things that we take for granted, because we assume that people were raised like us, or we assume that people were raised in a certain way. We had an issue at one point because my family talks about conflict, right? We don't cuss each other out. We don't have these loud arguments. The family I grew up with, we have conversation. We talk about it. If it's an issue, we talk about it. And so that's what I was accustomed to. My fiance, he wasn't my fiance then. He ain't had that same upbringing. And so, what are you doing?
No.
It's up. It's good.
Oh.
He didn't have that same upbringing. So we would have these crazy blowouts, and I was like lost. And then when we would talk about it later, it was like we weren't going to discuss it. And so one day I just happened to say, how does your family deal with conflict? And he shared with me something that made me understand, okay, now I get it. Because before, I'm like, what is wrong with you? And so I think what happens is we have relationships where we don't talk about, we don't talk about something that we think is mundane or simple as how you grew up. Because what if they grew up in an abusive environment, right? We all know that people who experienced abuse are likely to be abusers. So that's a conversation y'all need to have. Like, if they grew up where they was getting their head knocked off, we need to find out, how you feel about that. How do you treat your kids? And I know those conversations are difficult.
Be very observant, and don't be in denial while you're dating this person.
Yeah,
A
we
lot
do
of
that a
times-
lot.
Yeah, sometimes we just like.
We overlook it.
Yeah, we overlook it, but that stuff is right there, man.
Yeah.
And then you know what too, man? It kind of messes with you because it's like, man, am I being a little bit too strict? Because this guy seems like a good guy, but you see him just like always cussing out his kids, but
Right.
he give him a hug afterwards,
Right.
or he buys them things, but at the same time, he just know he's not a good disciplinary. You know, like, damn, what is important to you? Like, are you sure this might be the right guy for you because you have 2 children yourself? You know, so it's tough for some people to actually just say, okay, I can't go further. Because you might have, maybe he's going to counseling, you don't know about it. And maybe they might not be really honest about how they really are, how their family is. But that's why you got to actually like be observant and just soak all of that in, because a person can't really change their actions. Just be fake with their actions. They can be fake with their words, but they can't really be fake with their actions all the time around you. You get what I'm saying?
So in the event that there's a situation where I see something that's like a yellow flag, do I bring it up to him or do I continue to be observant?
No, you bring it up to him and see what the response is.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then it comes to you too. Like, are you? I hate to say this, but do you have enough sense and enough the capability of understanding like he's bullshitting you or she's bullshitting you? Because some people just might be naive to.
But I ain't trying to be funny. How do you know? How do you know if you have that level of common sense? You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have common sense, you probably don't know you have common sense.
Some people really haven't experienced a lot of life.
Right.
Well, all they know is what they know. So if a guy tells you something and it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And for me outside, I'm like, no, nigga, because I've experienced that what he's talking about is bullshit. But you per se, you might have experienced that type of world, or type of life, or type of environment where it's like, nah, she don't know. Like, oh, okay. You know?
I think that's where your circle of friends comes in, right?
A circle of friends like her. Because she don't have a wide variety of different types of friends.
Not if it's men. Not if as a female you have males.
But that male might be in that same mindset. Like if they, like say everybody from Brown Sub don't really know how people in West Palm Beach of a certain class act. Let's say you're in the lower part of Brown Sub, not poor, but there's a certain, like say in the hood, and you just think a certain way. Categorizing people as far as like the way they think or
so then she wouldn't know. So then there's nothing she can do about that.
Exactly.
So we can't talk about those people because there's nothing we can do about people who just don't know and won't have the resources to know.
But let's go with your gut though. Your gut usually don't really. You know, we all got a gut.
Yeah, but like you always say, we tend to overlook things because we trying to get to the promised land. Right. Yeah. So we tend to overlook the fact that, I just heard him cuss his mama out.
Bitch tripping.
And you like, who you talking about?
Call your mama a bitch?
Your mama?
Like,
yeah, right. That's not even yellow flag. That's red flag.
I've seen that before. I'm like,
I agree, Tamika. You definitely got to trust your gut. And, there are scenarios in which you have people who are just trying their best to manipulate you. So they're not going to be honest. So like Hara said, don't listen to the words, watch the actions, because the actions, of course, always speak louder than words. But I think it comes a time where you say, see, here's the problem, right? So you have these women, and I say women because we tend to be the ones in the situation more often. You have these women, she's been single for a long time. She knows she's a good catch. She meets this dude. He seems to check off all the boxes. Mm-hmm. And then she discovers that he, I don't know,
was a pedophile in '88?
No, not a damn pedophile. She discovers that he cusses mama out, or he's very, very mean to his sisters, or whatever. I don't think off rip that's a deal breaker because there could be some underlying issues to that, right? So mom could have been an abuser. Mom could have let somebody abuse him. He could have some resentment. That of course that requires a conversation, right? I want to know why you just cuss your mama out.
And then
it depends on your response. Now, if you straight pop off on me, I'm done.
He might not pop off, but it's time to start really observing now.
No, but I mean, he may not pop off, but I can tell from your response if you are angry or offended.
Baby, some people are just really smooth, man.
No, okay. We gonna take away all the outliers, all these absolutely effective manipulators. That's your stupid dog. All these absolutely effective manipulators. We're going to deal with average individuals. Mm-hmm. So if the average individual is response is negative, Or is he pop off on you because you ask a question about his mama, or he gets really angry, or he shuts down. All of those things to me would be red flags. Because not only are you not willing to have a conversation with me, in your response to me, you're negative, you're mean, you're whatever.
So is it good? I feel to just go in when you're dating someone that's a neutral bound, that's neutral, to stay neutral, because if there's an inkling of you.
Wait, hold that, baby. John says no one ever checks all the boxes. It depends on what your boxes are, John. That's not necessarily true.
I agree.
It depends on how you defined your boxes.
boxes,
If your
yeah.
boxes are simply, he got a job, he willing to take me out, and his sex is decent, them 3 boxes. A whole bunch of people check those boxes.
Do women really look? Do women really care if if it's decent or good? Is he a keeper?
It depends on the woman. You asking me?
Yeah.
What's your question?
You already got there. Is the sex is decent or good? Have you ever been with somebody that's sex decent? I mean, like, no.
Decent. Decent meaning on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 5.
Yeah.
And I stayed?
Yeah.
And didn't cheat?
Oh, Jesus.
No.
You know, let's go. Let's go back to what we talking about. You just like, goddamn.
But I know for a fact that for a lot of people, sex ain't that important.
Okay.
So, if he a 5, that's all I need.
Yeah.
I don't need the 8 or the 9 because he a 5. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the person. For me, I would not be satiated with a 5.
Okay.
And neither would you. Since we talking.
Okay, let's keep.
Yeah, now you want to scroll.
Let's go for it.
Anyway, so in those instances, you have the conversation and be observant, or you have the conversation or be observant,
Both,
or what?
man, both. Because, and that's what I'm saying. It comes down to you as an individual. Are you serious about, wanting to have a long-lasting future relationship that you're looking to settle down, you're looking to get married, you're looking to, have children or whatever, men and women. Like, because some people, when you're dating, you're just dating and you're not taking the whatever comes out of it seriously. Listen, let's go on now. We're just going to the Cheesecake Factory. You want to pick my, okay, he's handsome or whatever, he treats me nice. Let's date. But there comes a point where the dating, like, damn, I actually really like this guy. So that's when it changes, and that's when now the fact that I kind of like this guy, but damn, just calling him a bitch. So now that fucks with you.
Yeah.
So now you got to make the decision. I went from 3 weeks of just like, okay, we're just chilling, to now this week I actually like this guy. The conversations were great. Now it's like, damn, calling him a bitch though, man. Now I got to start all over again. And some people don't want to do that.
Of course not. Because I don't put, even if it ain't a lot of time, it's just he check off almost all my boxes. And I mean, do I really care? He called his mama a bitch. He called me a bitch. He called his mama a bitch. Because that's how we rationalize that, right?
Yeah, man.
But it's a matter of time, sweetie, before he called you that same bitch. Because that's just that may very well be his character.
Or hit you with a pot. Bitch. No, I want to call mama a bitch. Don't beat me.
Shut up. Okay, so lastly, this is the one that we wanted to talk about. The one where I put on the chat, the girl who said that she and her kids sit at the table and wait until their king says it's time to eat.
That had to be a joke.
People, but no.
You think it's a joke?
No. I truly believe there's a woman out there, if not a whole bunch of women out there who feel that way.
So everybody that's sitting,
Wait for permission to eat. So I have a question. Me and one of your female. Okay, you and one of your female friends are driving in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You coming to pick me up for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't get out of the front seat.
No, she got to go in the back.
Do you say that to her?
Oh, yeah.
What do you say to her? This your friend.
Hey, Taurus, you got to go in the back. If she don't know and she just sitting there, hey, you got to go in the back.
So
now, if it's just some chick I'm busting, I don't really care where you sit.
I said me.
Oh no, baby, come on. What kind of question is that?
Because I'm going somewhere with it.
Oh no, you got to sit in the front. Now, if it's my daughter and everybody else, they still got to sit in the back.
So here's the question: what does the girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever, do if that movement doesn't
I
happen?
stand right my ass right on that passenger side and wait. If this Negro don't fucking open up the door, it is some serious dismissal factor. That's what I'm saying.
That's a deal breaker?
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Remember I talk to Tanai about this all the time. I talk to Bree and I talk to Chelsea. You have just like you did to me. Remember we was like when we used to date and he used to leave and be like, you not gonna call and check? I'm like, huh? Call and check on you because I'm not used to I'm not used to call and check on chicks like they leave from my life.
And so we would go out on a date.
You gotta train the puppy.
And I would get.
We don't know sometimes.
We would go out on a date, and I would get home, and he would call.
Right.
And so I called him. It only happened once, and I called him maybe twice. And I was like, "You're not gonna check to make sure I'm home?"
Like,
and he was like, "But you just left." And I was like, "No, you should be checking to make sure I made it safely. Like that's what you should do."
That's what I'm saying.
And then of course I'm thinking to myself, "Who the hell have you been dating?
Not you.
How are these women? Like what standards or lack thereof are these? I mean, because he would do stuff like open the door and all that stuff. He would do all of that. But I'm like, you know, check to see if I got home safely. Like I'm a woman. I'm driving alone. I got a little distance to go. You ain't gonna even check? And he was like, huh?
Yeah, that shit's foreign to me.
And I was like, what you mean, huh?
What was that?
So I used to say all the time, you gotta train them puppies, and he would get upset.
I didn't get upset.
Baby, you would. You would get so annoyed. You'd be
I
like,
get annoyed.
You can't train the puppies. I ain't no puppy. I know, blah, blah, blah.
I get what you're saying.
But the point I'm making is, you know, we gotta stop assuming that everybody before us knows, like, we gotta stop assuming that the people we're dating know what it is that we want and that we need. And he wasn't used to that. I know he wasn't used to that, John. I was like,
no.
And it was so funny because he was like completely shocked. What are you talking about?
I thought something wrong. I'm like, hey, hello? He's like, you never call and check on me? I'm like, hey, just
like, you just left. I'm like, what? So the point I'm making is, again, going back to the conversations, I think that it's important in the first scenario where the girl didn't get out of the car, or the scenario where the young lady thought that, you know, nobody eats until her king finished eating. This is my king, but we gonna share this. Like we gonna share it. So he makes plates for me, I make plates for him. Nobody says you can't eat until Horace finished eating. First of all, that's a whole different story.
That's not even like me, though.
Yeah, but I don't even know if he asked her for it or that's what she feels like she needs to do, and it could be upbringing, which is why I said you have a conversation with people about how they were brought up.
That same Negro got a whole family in Missouri.
Right, with a whole different kind of chick. Yeah.
Yeah, she beat them over the head.
Yeah. I agree, John. I think clear communication is the key. He said, I will get upset with that phrase too. Oh, train the puppies. I mean, so I jokingly said puppies because people say all men are dogs, right? So it was kind of a play on words. But the reality is I understood at a very early age that you have to teach people how to love you, or teach people how to treat you. Because my mom used to always say, you know, Yvette, you teach people how to treat you. So if a person treats you a certain way and you don't respond to it or you don't check it, you've acquiesced to how they treated you.
Correct.
So you got to teach people how to treat you. And then I kind of made it, you know, train the puppies. And then he used to say, train the pussies. What you used to say? Like the cats? You've said something.
I don't recall.
Of course you don't recall. Anyway, so I'm just going to throw this out there and we can talk about it later, but I had someone ask me if their mate wanted to introduce bondage and they've never been, why you?
Oh, so I was forgetting I'm on the thing. Sorry about that. Growing up?
If their mate wanted to, their mate as in they've been dating.
They dated and they want to do barbers?
Yeah, but they've been dating for a while. They've been dating for like 6 months.
Oh, dating? You want to get into that? Wow.
Well, maybe they're a couple.
Okay,
they're exclusive.
Okay. The guy dated or the woman is dating? Yeah, remember we just talked about dating that.
So my understanding is that they're an exclusive couple. Okay. They both recognize exclusivity. He's exclusive to her. She's exclusive to him.
Gotcha. Is this real? Somebody you know?
Yes. You listen to the question.
I know it is.
is, how does he wants to introduce, he talked about introducing bondage because he wants to tie her up and he wants to, Tamika talking about no 50 Shades of Grey, let me tie you up first to see how you like it.
Exactly.
He wants to tie her up and he wants to, introduce whatever. So the question she has is,
He's done this before.
well, so?
And I'm just asking, professional bondage guy.
So the question she has is, she wouldn't mind doing it, but how does she have the conversation with him about her concerns?
Okay. So he spoke to her about it, and this is your friend, the
He
girl.
told her he wants to start,
Okay.
taking their relationship to another level. So he
Okay.
bought some, I was about to say whips. I ain't got
Oh,
no whip.
the little leather thing with the things. They want to be on TV.
Oh, now you're gonna make this about TV.
No,
I was gonna say, dog. I was gonna say, dog. I was gonna say, dog. Whatever. The point is he wants to what's up, Joe? The point is he wants to John says 6 months is not enough time to do this the bondage. What's the
I
time?
don't think the time limit. I think it's about being comfortable with each other. I don't think the time limit. Now you're talking about 2 weeks, a month. It's a little fast.
Okay.
But 6 months is a long time.
I mean, 6 months is half a year.
Yeah, I think so. And it depends on where you are in the relationship, the depth of it. So I love time.
So the question is, how does she tell him that she
not comfortable?
No, she's not comfortable. She's never done that before. I mean, by the way he described it, I'm thinking he's obviously done it. He likes it.
She need to do something light, man. Let's let him get the.
But what's considered light, though? I mean, but when I'm
a gag ball. Gag ball.
What the hell is a gag ball?
They want to have on TV. You put the ball in the mouth, and then you put the strap around your head.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. So she can't yell. She can't do nothing.
What?
She can't make no sounds. You ever see the gag? Where you see the gag ball?
I'm sure I have, but what's the point of one?
It's
So
just
she can't
it's
talk?
part of bondage, I think.
This nigga, it's so funny. He
That's it.
he can pretend like he don't know nothing on me.
No.
I think it's part of bondage. It's on TV.
No.
That's cute.
No. I'm just saying. I think it's part of bondage, like the little gag ball thing, the whip, the chains, the little.
So they talking about 50 Shades of Grey. You know how 50 Shades of Grey, he had a little whip. Now see, I don't do
Listen,
it.
you can't handle a pot, so you damn sure can't handle a whip. I mean, sorry, baby. I'm sorry. That should have that. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, let me say this, since we want to put shit out in the universe.
What?
You damn right. I don't Negro.
No, I'm not.
Whipping went out with slavery.
No, I
You
ain't-
whip me, you want to.
I ain't-
I'm gonna shoot your ass.
I'm not whipping you, baby.
I know you're not.
I'll do the gag ball.
No, you ain't doing no damn gag ball.
You look sexy with the gag ball.
Yeah, you look sexy with boy. Yeah, I got you there. All right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's some stuff they got for y'all too. See how much you like that.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be plain clothes.
It's some, yeah, but you don't want none
That's
of that.
all. That's all for you.
Yeah, You want to stick things in my hole, but you don't want to
Yeah,
go in
for-
it. See.
Double
So,
standard is real.
well, it's not happening. Anyway, John, don't laugh at him. And I agree with you, Tamika. I think it's important that they have that conversation now. But her concern was she don't want to what do you call it? She don't want to make him.
Run away?
Yeah, she don't want to.
Well, let's tell him this is go introduce her light. That's a light. He's not. But the fact that he's saying tie up and whips and stuff.
He
that's
didn't
a,
say whips. I'm saying whips only because of 50 Shades of Grey. He
Okay.
said he wants to practice bondage.
Okay, well, tell her that's something very light to see if she likes it or not. Nothing like tying up to the bed and shit like that. No, it's a little something soft. You
Something
know,
soft like what?
like
honey?
a little. Every time I tie you over the belt.
Such an ass. Get off me. I can't stand you, dog. Get off me.
I'm forgetting about this damn life, man. Oh, shit. So we did do bondage.
So why are you talking? We is talking about this lady.
Oh, fuck, man.
What'd you say, Tramika? So she can't run away if he's with. Okay, so all right, so if it's all a part of dominatrix type of thing, some spankings and other things, there are different levels to it. But I mean, isn't
I know that's my whole.
John? Don't laugh, John. Don't do that. Don't do that, John. Don't do that. I think but I think the conversation needs to be had, right? So she needs to say,
Right.
but see, that's subjective.
If
If he on some real stuff, her saying light might be
okay,
him tying her up to that thing like on 50 Shades of Grey.
if this nigga come in with a bag, she need to be like, hold on, bro. You get to pick one item out of that bag, and let's try that one item. That's it. That's a lot.
She doesn't want to.
See, that's the thing.
She's no. Yeah, I agree. She's willing to try it, but she's concerned that he might literally come out of bag on her and be like doing some stuff that she's not comfortable with. So I guess the question she's asking is, how does she broach the subject where she lets him know that she's willing to try it, but she's
Just
not.
like how we doing now, to have the conversation. It's her body. Hey, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm sorry if that's what you want. Yeah, if you gotta do the gag ball, I do the gag ball. That's it.
You keep talking about this damn gag ball.
One gag ball and the handcuff. That's all I got for you, bro.
But see, did y'all? But my thing is, you do the handcuffs. What if you lose the handcuffs? I mean, the key.
No, they got the ones with the oh shit.
He knows a lot about
You
this.
set me up.
Get out of
You
here.
set me up. Hey, man.
Anyway, y'all, I'm learning a lot about my S&M
Baby, stop.
Beyonce.
No, man, they got them on the.
They got the one with the.
They got them on
Look
the.
at Joe. Jordan put a link to.
They got that look like a master whip.
Yeah, so I agree. Sharia says she needs to find a male version of her. I agree. I think we all have. I think our
What? What does that mean?
meaning someone who's not into all of that. Somebody who just
Like I said, man,
whatever.
but she got to talk about it though. Like
Yeah.
either something light or let's introduce me to something light. What you think is light? Other than that, I might not be into that. I'm not into that stuff.
Hell, you know a lot about it for somebody who ain't
I don't
into it.
know, honey. I do not know.
Look. It's stuttering.
If I do not know a lot about it, you know it for.
We gotta have a different conversation. You can see all this. He know about the handcuffs and the gag ball and the whip.
Nobody gag ball.
Why do I know about the gag ball? I've seen it on TV, but I don't know how it works.
That's my point. Everybody know about the gag ball.
Oh, so now it's about everybody. Don't do that.
John know about the gag ball.
Don't mind hunch me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I bet John know about the gag ball. Everybody know about the gag ball.
That's why John said 6 months is not enough. He said the longer they're together, the more comfortable she'd be. See, I don't know if that's true because if it's a sexual experience that I haven't had, I'm not sure I'd be comfortable, right? Because it may be something that I just don't want to do. We could be together for 30 years, and you say, "Baby, let me tie you up and beat you with this."
I think the more conversations and more being around each other and be intimate and just. Like I said, the softball and stuff, I mean, it can grow. It can grow to that, you know what I mean?
Somebody's like, "Yeah, we gonna choke the hell out of her."
Make sure you check out their criminal record.
Yeah, that too.
Shit.
That too.
6
Ain't
months.
nothing wrong with a little pressure, but that choking to where I'm about to pass out.
Nah, that's some other shit.
That's that. I'm telling you that. But therein lies the question, though, right?
You end up in
You end up in jail, where you gonna end up?
With that jail in Homestead. You end up Turner, something like that.
Anyway, the reason I even brought that up is that's one of the questions that someone asked with respect to sexual curiosities. Exactly, Ree. They're choking. I think you just have to trust your partner, right? I think you have to trust your partner, and I think you need a safe word that lets everybody know, just stop. Wherever we at, whatever we doing, stop.
Well, you know what, and I think sometimes couples miss out on being spontaneous again. You miss out because you're afraid that, like, you don't know what you're missing sometimes. So I think this is important. It's a good thing possibly for that couple to let one of them at least thinking ahead of, okay, let's spice it up. I'm not talking
They've been
about
together 6 months. What do you mean spice it up? What? I mean, hell, you gonna start introducing dogs and people?
No, what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. But don't get too far now. When you just, introducing other people to the bedroom and stuff. That part I'm never really cool with. But You know.
He said never really cool.
No, I mean, I'm not cool with it. No, I would never do it. I would never do a threesome with my wife ever. Period. To the day that I would never do that.
Oh, if I'm gonna be your wife, that's a given.
No, I'm not telling you, babe. I would never do it. Period. I just think that that's a border that I would never cross because it's not about just a physical. It's more of a mental thing. And I'm sure some couples are okay with doing that. Just me,
some couples do the whole swapping thing.
yeah, but just me personally, I don't want to do that. I'm not comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Just like the bondage thing. I'm not comfortable with that. The gag ball, you know, it's a little minor little softball, a little gag ball in there, little handcuff, you know.
Sure, say if you can't breathe, how you gonna say anything?
Exactly.
Well, maybe you should have a safe word and a safe
Shit, no sign language?
something.
Shit.
A safe. I mean, because again, I don't know because I'm thinking if you're, I don't know.
If you grab a nigga with the nails, let me stop. You know? Anyway, yeah. All right, that's enough, y'all. I'm shit. I was incriminating myself enough. All right, folks. Thank you guys.
We going to have a conversation.
No, we don't. What are you talking about?
Why your voice so high?
Oh, I didn't realize. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Please, y'all done got me in trouble.
Nobody gave him in trouble. He got him in trouble.
I'm trying to figure out if we can share this video with people that you know. I don't think we can. But if you have anybody that's interested in watching our videos, please ask them to join. We really enjoy talking to you guys. And
I'm gonna try to see if I can get us on what's the thing everybody doing?
the
thing you said, I can't think the new thing, I can't think of the name of it, but the new platform that everybody's on so we can
I want to check it out. I want to see what you're talking about.
we can communicate a little differently.
Yeah.
I didn't look into it to be quite honest.
Switch? Something like that.
It's not switch baby.
No?
Even now you want to be helpful. Because you're trying to avoid, you know how your kids try to be all nice because they know they're going to get a B.
My mama get your clothes for you.
So you trying to be all helpful.
Prepare for work tomorrow. Are you for your mama?
Thank you, y'all. It's been a pleasure. I love talking to y'all. I really enjoyed the conversation, and I like the openness, and I want y'all to keep it up. Clubhouse, that's what it is for me, the Clubhouse. I appreciate y'all. Keep sending the feedback, and I love the way y'all participate on the chat daily. It get a little heated sometimes because this brother here.
I never get things heated. I don't feel like I get things heated.
You say things just to spark conversation.
But it's nothing bad.
I didn't say it was bad. I said heated.
Heated is
Mr. Fireman want to talk about heat being bad?
Interesting.
Anyway,
okay.
appreciate y'all. We'll talk soon.
That's messed up. I'm there. Go ahead and do the conversation.
We appreciate y'all. We'll talk soon. We hope that you were able to leave this conversation, and that you will go and have the conversation. Love y'all. Have a safe night. Bye.
Peace.
You gonna get in trouble. 99 neighborhood.